I'm here to give you your update here on audio, guys. As you can see, we're going to be starting off here on the daily. You can see, what have we got here? We've got an ascending triangle, guys. This usually means we're going to have continuation to the upside at the top of an uptrend as well. But it looks like we're breaking to the downside. We're below our major moving averages here on the daily. And if this is going to happen, guys, it's not going to be, I wouldn't say it's going to be the biggest moves to the downside. We're probably just going to see continuation of this trend, right? And when I say continuation of this trend, it's not going to be huge just because we're going to go on the most recent downtrend. Measure move to measure move comes through something along the lines of this. Definitely not going to be like that. It's definitely logarithmic chart, right? So yeah, let me change that. We probably won't be looking at something too crazy. What I would say in terms of a measurement to the downside, we probably could be looking at something along the lines of this, right? If you just bear with me ever so slightly, we could be looking at some sort of falling wedge pattern, guys. And if that is going to break the downside, we're going to be looking at something along the lines of this, right? And that's going to be, in terms of a bounce point for audio there, probably somewhere along the lines of this. And you can see how correlative this zone actually is already, just how well it lines up here with this horizontal coming through. Mass resistance coming through, but hopefully we can find the level of support that we did find here on August the 8th. And then obviously, hopefully we can get that congruent bounce to the upside from there. If that is going to happen, it's going to be pretty good indeed. But what I would say, we do have the 200 EMA there holding us up there. Hopefully you can see the level of support that we do find on that. Sometimes we find it, sometimes we don't, but it's definitely a point to be using if we are going to be looking for that. But in terms of reclaiming this ascending triangle on the macro scale, guys, that's what we are initially going to be looking for, because we want this to go up, right? We don't want this to keep going down. So yeah, in terms of price targets for that, we do need to kind of get rid of this, invalidate this lower high coming through there, guys. And that's obviously going to be getting over all these major moving averages here. So in terms of a price target for a daily candle close, I want to see a $2.145 at least there, $2.14 there. That's ideally what we want to see. And then we could talk about the idea of getting over this major trend line from that low point coming through there, guys, that major trend line from the symmetrical triangle. If we can reclaim the symmetrical triangle and actually break this falling wedge to the upside, it's going to be a lot more progressive for us in terms of a nice long position. We could be looking at some sort of measure move around this, guys, and this is obviously speculatively speaking on how we get back into this, whether we get back into this not symmetrical triangle, this ascending triangle coming through there. If we can get into that amazing stuff there, we could be looking at a price target of around a 21% gain there, guys. And obviously we know how to, we're going to be staggering take profits all the way up. We're not just going to be going for that 29%, that 21%, that greedy percentage there. We're going to be staggering take profits all the way up, moving our stop loss to our entry as soon as we hit our first take profit, minimizing losses completely. So yeah, that's what I would say about audio here on the daily coming through. Let's jump down to the shorter term time frames to see if we can get some sort of gauge of what's happening here, because to be honest, it's not looking too bad. But what I would say, obviously, we did have this pretty manipulative dump yesterday coming through there. Obviously, we saw Bitcoin go ska all the way down and then all the way back. I think we hit 57,800 off the top of my head there, and then all the way back up to 62,000. So that's just pure manipulation, guys. So this is obviously what we have seen here for audio, just following the trend of all the charts. Now, a lot of the other altcoins really did recover a lot quicker, right? They did actually bounce, and they did have a lot more buying momentum to the upside. But audio, to be honest, is kind of lacking here, guys. Annoyingly, we are kind of lacking here. So I probably might even expect a lower high coming through here, and then bringing us back down even further there. This is going to be a definite bounce point to be looking for around $1.93 there. And also, we're below major moving averages here on the 4-hourly as well as the daily as well. So yeah, we're definitely going to find resistance from this zone. So yeah, interesting stuff coming through there. I would expect probably another touch to this downside before any sort of more bullish momentum coming through there, guys. Volume is very low actually as well, so we could see us basically trickle down. So yeah, in terms of the RSI, we're pretty central, so we got room there. And to be honest, we did have a bit of a buyback when we did get to this oversold sort of scenario there. And that crash didn't even bring us to that oversold sort of point there. It definitely helped, but it didn't bring us down there. But yeah, we didn't really have a buyback coming through there. So yeah, interesting stuff coming through for audio. Definitely a couple of points to be looking out for, but I would say I am pretty bearish on this right now. I would expect to be coming down a bit further there. But yeah, that's going to be your audio update there.